G'day guys, quick video here just looking a little more closely at the planning around the what, why, how for both our curriculum and our behaviour. What I've gone and picked a topic, and I don't particularly like science too much, so I've gone and picked a science topic, and this might be something that would be introduced to the students, and hopefully we've got this amount of detail as a bare minimum. So I've got our learning goal here to develop a chart from illustrating the life cycle of a frog, is probably a better word. And then I'll go on to say that in this topic we're investigating the life cycle of a frog. We are looking at how this compares to that of the human life cycle and what similarities we share with that of amphibians. First, we'll break down the key stages within the frog's life cycle before developing a chart which illustrates this to help you revise for your exam in the coming weeks. Now, within this here, we have got a what, a why, and a how. We just want to go and pull them out of that now, and make sure that we can chuck it under those three headings of what, why, and how, so that we can visibly represent that, whether it be on the board, on a student's OneNote, or we get them to write it down in their book. So the three that I come up with here, the what, all right, is going to be investigating the life cycle of a frog. The why is to see what similarities exist between humans and amphibians, so check. And the how is to break down the key stages and develop a chart which illustrates this. So that's how we're going to do it. One thing I want to point out is that back up here, we talk about this last part, and I really want to make a point about this. This part here. Part about here to help you revise for your exam in the coming weeks. That will never be, in terms of, when we get classroom profiled and we start to look for our what, why, how, that will never be considered a reason why, okay? The why is more to do with, developing a bit of context within the task. So why we are doing this particular one is to see what similarities exist between humans and amphibians. So we're looking at comparing us to amphibians and what similarities exist in that life cycle. Moving on to behaviour now, this is the plan that I've done around. As I said, it's just an example, okay? So the what, all right, is that we'll need to use a level of voice that is suitable for inside the classroom, okay? So obviously loud voice is going to disturb others. The why is because we need to be respectful and considerate of our peers. Now that there refers to our school-wide class expectations. All right, so that's number 4, being considerate and respectful learners. And the how is by being mindful and finding your own space away from other groups. So finding a space around the room so that the discussions that are had within that group aren't going to disturb others. There's a bit of planning for our what, our why, and our how. Now, something like this could easily be implemented within a OneNote. It could be written up on the board, in a space in the room that's visible, so that students can access whenever they want. If they have trouble remembering about the curriculum, okay, you can direct them to this first of all, because it might answer the question for them. Similarly, if they are not behaving in a way that you want them to, this is something that you would refer them to. Okay, so quick little look at some what, why, how, just around a science topic. Plenty of other examples which we can come up with, but what are you going to come up with in your planning?